dive into the epicenter of one of the most significant anti-privatization movements of the modern era. Nestled in the heart of Bolivia, the city of Cochabamba became the front line of a war not fought over land or power, but over water. This is the story of the Cochabamba Water Wars, a local protest against soaring water bills that turned into an international symbol of resistance against neoliberal policies. To comprehend the Cochabamba Water Wars, we must first understand Bolivia's political and financial landscape in the late 1990s. Economic instability and deep indebtedness to international financial institutions led the Bolivian government to adopt an aggressive privatization campaign, all under the pressure from the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund. This campaign saw the birth of a 40-year concession granted to Aguas del Tunari, a consortium led by the American engineering giant Bechtel, to manage Cochabamba's water supply. The alarm bells rang when Aguas del Tunari took control of Cochabamba's water services, and water bills saw a sudden and dramatic increase, consuming up to a third of the average monthly income of the Cochabambinos. The company's exclusive rights to all water resources in the region, including rainwater collection, posed an economic burden and a cultural threat to indigenous farmers. Thus, the slogan El Agua es Vida, water is life, became the rallying cry for a community now awakened. A swift and organized response to water privatization saw the formation of La Coordinadora de Defensa del Agua y de la Vida, Coalition in Defense of Water and Life. Led by factory worker Oscar Oliveira, La Coordinadora united a diverse movement by a common goal, reclaiming public control of their water. Beginning in January 2000, La Coordinadora organized escalating protests, eventually leading to a citywide strike that shut down Cochabamba for days. The government's response to the protests was harsh and uncompromising. President Bonser declared martial law, deployed military forces, and imposed a curfew. The ensuing confrontations led to hundreds of injuries and the tragic death of a 17-year-old boy, Victor Hugo Daza. His death became a symbol of the movement's sacrifice, further strengthening the resolve of the protesters. After 4 months of unrelenting public pressure, the government capitulated. The contract with Aguas del Tunari was cancelled, and water services were returned to municipal control. This victory reverberated globally, challenging the privatization orthodoxy that dominated development economics throughout the 1990s. However, Bechtel filed a $50 million lawsuit against Bolivia for compensation, which they eventually dropped in 2006 after years of international pressure. The most significant legacy of the Cochabamba Water Wars lies in how it transformed the global conversation about water rights. The movement popularized the concept of water democracy, influencing water management policies worldwide and contributing to the political awakening that brought Evo Morales, Bolivia's first indigenous president, to power. Under Morales, Bolivia championed water as a human right, securing recognition of this principle by the United Nations General Assembly in 2010. 2 decades after the Cochabamba Water Wars, the questions raised by the Cochabambinos remain more relevant than ever. As climate change intensifies water scarcity, how societies manage this essential resource will become increasingly critical. The story of Cochabamba is not just a historical curiosity, but a case study with profound implications for contemporary resource management and social justice movements worldwide. Their fight for water democracy continues to shape water policy debates, reminding us of the tension between treating water as an economic good versus a human right. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Your feedback is appreciated. We hope to see you again.